I do think I look about how I feel, having made it to the end of May half term. So let's look at what we're going to start reading in the month of June. Welcome to another TBR video. Welcome back, or if you are new here, welcome. My name is Katrina and I make bookish content here on this channel every week, and then movie reviews here at the weekend. Last couple of videos have been slightly higgledy-piggledy just because of me going to see a specific film and then, posting the bookish content not on a bank holiday. So yes, here's everything I want to read in June. Now, last month I did a couple of books that I was in the middle of and shared those with you. Is that something that you would like to see again? Let me know in the comments, because I'm going to do it again this month. But if you're only interested in, like, I'm going to start and finish this book in the month of June, then let me know. So basically, I'm caught up with June releases. So let's talk about some July releases that I have access to. Now, there are two that I have requested on NetGalley that I haven't been given access to yet by two of my very favourite authors. So we're not going to talk about those because I don't have them in my possession right now. They're both July releases, so there's no rush. No rush. So let's talk about two that I do have access to. Thank you to NetGalley. We have A Song of Me and You by Mike Gale. If you haven't seen my 23 books I definitely want to read in 2023, this is featured in that video, and this one comes out on the 6th of July. So I will be reading this one soon. Interestingly, the last few Mike Gale releases I have done on audiobook, so it will be interesting picking that one up. I think the last one I read of his that wasn't on audiobook might have been either when I did Mike Gale March, because obviously I had a couple of those as physical books, but a lot of those I did get on audio as well. So it might be when I read whatever one of his was released in 2018, because I remember sitting and reading that one on a train from Reading into London. It's a very vivid image of reading that one. Then, now this is not a complete book that I'm going to start and finish in June, that's released in July, but the bind-up of this one that I have read part one of is released in July and I have access to it. So this is the full story of An Invitation to Seashell Bay by Bella Osborne. Now, I think the second part of this has already come out, but there was an issue with my pre-order, and so I haven't read it yet because there was issues getting that through. So I have the next 3 parts to read as a full book form. It's good though, when you read the full book, it kind of takes you through parts 1, 2, 3 and 4. So if you have read part of it, you can pick it up and know where you are, which I think is really good. And always when these things are divided into parts, the Bella Osborne ones, the Holly Hepburn ones, they are always basically divided exactly into 4 quarters in terms of the page count and everything. And so I'm excited to dive into this one because I really enjoyed reading part 1. I think it was during my April wrap-up I talked about having read part 1, so that was exciting. And then I have an August release that I am in the middle of, so it links into my books that I'm in the middle of. You may have seen me talk about this one in my Bout of Books vlog. If you haven't seen that one, I will link it up above. We have More Confessions of a 40-something Fuck Up by Alexandra Potter. Now, I did toy with the idea of rereading the first book. Number 1, so that I would know what was going on as I jumped into the second book. Number 2, so I could make a more sort of true to timely reading of a book versus movie for the show that is on Disney Plus that is called something, but it's based on Confession of a 47 fuck Up. But then I was doing Barter Books and I wanted something else to read, and so I picked this one up and just started reading it. So I'm about, I want to say 15 to 20% of the way through. So the majority of it. I feel like it's called Not Dead Yet. Bear with, I have Disney Plus to hand right here and it's on my watch list. Let's see. It is called, yes, Not Dead Yet. There we go. I do know some things. So that is on my June TBR because I've already started it. And with this nice weather and I now have outdoor space, just sitting and reading outside is rather nice as well. So it's not just sitting on this couch and reading on a Saturday morning, it's sitting in the garden with a cup of coffee and reading on a Saturday morning. So it's, I feel like you sit there longer because you're like, oh, the sun might go in any minute, so I'm going to sit a bit longer. And then another book which I am in the middle of, I want to say I've read about a quarter of this one. I've bowed to the pressure. I've bowed to multiple people telling me to read this one. Somebody who reads an awful lot and somebody who basically reads nothing, both like this. And so I'm like, well, if you sat down and read it all and you sat down and read it all and you're both telling me I would like it, we better read It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. This is my year of Colleen Hoover because I think it's everyone else's year of Colleen Hoover, and I don't want to not be part of a bookish conversation just because I'm late to the party. So I've started reading this one. I'm listening to it on audio, on Scribd. I have some sort of Scribd offer in the description box below. I think you can get, maybe you can get a free trial if you go through my link, something. I've definitely got a free month of Audible in the description box. You know I'm all about the audiobooks. And so once I've read It Ends With Us, you know I'll have to read It Starts With Us. Because as you know, I have read, spoiler for my May wrap up, the Hopeless series by Colleen Hoover. So, you know, if I've read that entire series, I may as well read a series that's basically just 2 books. So I will probably listen to this one on audio as well, because I think they are read by the same person. And It Starts With Us is available on like a 2-week instant loan from my library because it's such a popular book. So I could get that and listen to it as long as I listen to it within 2 weeks. So that's exciting. And that's where I'm at. Now, I haven't got a non-fiction on there. And so I will probably just choose from my massive wish list of non-fiction audiobooks, because I find increasingly I need to mix it up with a little bit of non-fiction in there, and I have been managing to fit in one non-fiction at least every month so far this year, and I don't want to break that streak. So I don't have a non-fiction. If you know of any non-fiction coming out soon that I may have missed, then do let me know. If there's like is there a summer celebrity memoir coming out that I need to listen to? Is there something going on with that? I am also still in the middle of Not Without You by Harriet Evans. Now, I've listened to like half of this, and I listened to the majority of it in April, and then I tried to pick it up again in the month of May, and it just wasn't gelling with me at all. I don't know if it's because I was only really listening to audiobooks with American narrators, and this one was a British narrator, or it was something. And so I was kind of like, I'm not enjoying it. I cheated on it with some other books. Then I cheated on it with some more other books. As my coffee pod's been picked up, that's exciting. And just never got back round to it. So I may dive back into that one in the month of June, but then again, I may not. So I don't want to commit to definitely finishing it. Mind you, if we leave it till August, then I won't remember what it's all about. So there we have it. Lots of ums and ers, and I'm just very tired. That is what I will be reading in the month of June. I have those 2 other books, which should I be granted access to them on NetGalley, they will go up the list, because yeah, like I will put aside an entire day to read at least one of them. That's how much these are my favourite authors. Both July releases. 20th of July is a massive book release day again this year. I think it was which way did the days work in the year? Was it the 21st of July last year that was the big release day? But it's also the penultimate day of term. So it means that you get them in time for the summer holidays, but then that first week of the summer holidays, you're basically dead anyway. So yeah, it's a tricky time of year for book releases. I suppose if you go on a long journey, you could listen to them in the car. Say you were driving somewhere, immediately you broke up. And no, not all of you are teachers as well. I'm rambling, so I'm going to stop. Please let me know in comments what you are reading in the month of June, and do let me know if you are interested in hearing books that I'm partway through that I want to pick up next month or not. do let me know. I will be back with my May wrap up, so you're not going to want to miss that one, so make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell. I will also be back with my review of The Little Mermaid for you very soon, because I am seeing that one tomorrow, and we'll be posting here on Sunday for you. If you enjoyed this video, as I say, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you with my next one. Thank you for watching.